When we go back extraordinarily close to the events of the Big Bang, when things are super hot and super dense, we don't have any of the elements that currently make up the universe of matter as we know it. We have a state prior to the elemental state. And so people should remember that the material world that we see around us is made out of 114 elements, some of which are man-made, not easily found in nature. So let's say 100. And those elements differ in the complexity of their atomic structure. You have neutrons and protons and electrons that make up an atom. And the simpler the element is, the fewer of the neutrons and protons and electrons are in the atomic structure. So they're more and more complicated clumps of atomic particles to make up the elements. Now, they appear in a sequence, right, as the universe unfolds. But before even hydrogen, which is the simplest elemental structure, before hydrogen appears, there are other states of matter, and that sequences all the way back to the Big Bang. So can you unfold how the periodic table emerges and then what happens before that?
The famous poet scientist Carl Sagan said, we are all made of stars, we're all star stuff. And it's actually not really true. We're actually cosmic stuff. Actually, most of us is water, right, Jordan? So most of water is hydrogen, and most of that hydrogen, if not all of it, was formed during these first 3 minutes after the Big Bang. I'll say that as a shorthand for the period of time before which we lose information and we become ignorant. But that period of time leaves fossils. And those fossils are the hydrogen, the helium that we see in the universe, and their isotopes. So there's really only 6 or 7 different things that are made, but without those things, they become the ingredients of the first generation of stars. Those generation of stars become nuclear fusion reactors, taking hydrogen nuclei and isotopes and fusing them together to make helium. After all, Helios, the name of the sun, but helium was discovered not on Earth, but it was discovered on the sun via its chemical spectrum, its chemical fingerprint. The first elements, hydrogen and helium, are formed in the Big Bang. Much more helium is formed later on in stars. Then that helium makes heavier and heavier elements, and we start marching up the periodic table to fill out the rest of those 100 or so elements.